Hi guys, my name is Khaled Ahmed with the KINETIQ team here, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about what we do and why it's important to you. So we are the only end-to-end Microsoft Fabric firm focused on supply chain exclusively, and we help manufacturing, CPG, and logistics and distribution companies with their data and helping them cut costs, increase their margin, and grow revenue using what they have in place and by connecting the systems using Microsoft Fabric. What I want to do today is walk you through a little bit of the examples of ways we've helped customers and see if any of this sounds familiar to those of you who are dealing with these problems in your day-to-day operations. So you likely already know the problems I'm going to be talking about. Your data exists, but it's in a number of different systems. We work with folks who have data across their ERP, WMS, EMS, TMS, and of course the spreadsheets that are inevitably built to put everything together. None of those systems connect to each other in a way that lets your team act on it in time and intelligently. And so we deal with clients who work with situations like production lines falling behind schedule and they're only finding out about it when a customer escalates. Inventory is in the wrong place and they only find out when service level misses. Or your cost to serve, for example, is climbing and no one can really tell you where or why. These are just some of the types of issues that folks deal with when their data is disconnected and living in different silos. So they have a situation where no single system can tell the full story. And most of these businesses are working from an incomplete one, right? So you have your transaction, order, and financial data in ERP. Of course, your warehouse and logistics data in your WMS and TMS. Your MES and shop floor data has your production and machine information. And finally, of course, you have the series of spreadsheets your team has built to try and piece everything together. Each of these has a little slice of the truth, but none of them can surface a coordinated, actionable picture. So this is what folks in this space are dealing with, and we help folks solve it by stitching together that data. So when you have it, but the full picture isn't there, every team is working from a different version of the truth. Issues are identified after the damage is already done, and there's nothing really you can do about it anymore. And your responses are inconsistent because there's no structured way to prioritize what matters most. There isn't true exception management built in place. So the team ends up in a situation where finance sees the damage weeks later in the numbers, but too late to do anything about it. So every one of these problems that we're talking about has a price tag attached to it, and it hits the business in terms of missed revenue. You have stockouts, late deliveries, and OTIF failures that could have been avoided with better visibility. You have excess cost due to expediting, freight, and overtime that are driven by problems that were visible in the data had it been surfaced and stitched together in time for the right people and the right systems. And finally, of course, trapped working capital and inventory that's in the wrong place, and you're building safety stock really to compensate for unreliable data. With those sorts of situations, we work with people to go on a journey where in the beginning, we establish one foundation for their data. We stitch together everything from their ERP, WMS, and the other systems we've talked about in Microsoft Fabric. We then layer in real-time visibility, giving people real-time insight to inventory risk, supplier performance, and production constraints as they develop while there's still time to do something about it. That's critical. From there, we build exception management so that the right issues are surfaced to the right people at the right time. And we help you with automated alerting and workflows so that the right actions happen consistently and we're systematically solving problems. So everything we do is designed to have a P&L impact. And like we talked about, the problems in the previous slide are every one of them has a price tag associated with them. Every project and engagement that we take on with our clients is designed to impact your margin, your cost drivers, and expose where you have working capital incorrectly allocated. So all of this is to say that our firm is focused on not being a generalist, and there are four things that differentiate us. Number one is the exclusive focus on manufacturing, distribution, and CPG, that supply chain expertise. Number two is the depth that we invest in our frameworks, accelerators, and templates and models for this exact playbook. Number three is the way every engagement is scoped and measured against P&L impact, as we had mentioned before. And finally, all of that comes together so that we can actually structure our engagements working backwards from the desired business impact that we're trying to create together, that we co-author with our clients. So if any of that sounds familiar to you, I encourage you to get in touch with our team. The way we do this is we start with what we call a blueprint, which is a focused diagnostic. It's not just a proposal. And what it's designed to do is identify where that value is being lost for you and your business specifically, help you quantify it and define a path forward to it so that you can proceed forward only with the confidence of knowing exactly where you're going to go and where your ROI is going to be. And you don't have to make a commitment to build until you've seen that business case for it.